Hello students, welcome to our online biology classroom, our second chapter, Windows of Knowledge. Last day we discussed the structure of the eye. I hope all the students learned the portions well. Today we will discuss the structure of the ear. Ear has three parts: external ear, middle ear and internal ear. Ear undergoes two functions. It helps in hearing. Second one, it also helps in the balancing of the body. Now let's have a look. First one is the external ear. External ear contains pinna, which is made up of cartilage, which means the soft bone. The function of pinna is it carries sound waves to the auditory canal. This is the auditory canal which carries sound waves to the tympanum. In the auditory canal, there contains small hairs and wax present inside the canal helps to prevent dust and foreign particles from entering into the ear. Next is the tympanum. It is a thin circular membrane which separates the middle ear from the external ear. The function is it vibrates in resonance with the sound waves. That means the sound waves from the pinna reaches the auditory canal, and when the sound waves reaches the tympanum or eardrum, there undergoes a vibration. Next is the middle ear. The middle ear consists of malleus, incus and stapes. Look at the picture here. You can see malleus and incus just attached, and these three constitute the ear ossicles. The function is it amplifies and transmits the vibration of the tympanum to the internal ear. That means the vibration from the tympanum moves towards the ear ossicles. One peculiarity is there in the stapes. The stapes is the smallest bone in the human body. Next is the Eustachian tube. It connects the middle ear and the pharynx. Look at the picture here. The function is it protects the tympanum by balancing the pressure which is coming from both the sides of the tympanum. Next topic is the internal ear. Look at the picture here. This internal ear is protected in the skull inside a bony case which is called the bony labyrinth. And inside this bony labyrinth, there is a membrane which is called membranous labyrinth. And here, two fluids are there. One is the endolymph and another one is the perilymph. The space inside the membranous labyrinth is filled with a fluid called endolymph, and the space between the membranous and bony labyrinth is filled with a fluid called perilymph. Semicircular canal, vestibule and cochlea. Cochlea is the important part of the ear which helps in the hearing process, and it has a snail shape. And these three are the main parts of the internal ear. Here, the semicircular canal and vestibule helps in the balancing of the body, whereas cochlea helps in hearing. Now let's learn how hearing is possible. We know that hearing process is controlled by the cochlea. Look at the picture here. We can see oval window and round window. This oval window contains a membrane which is seen attached to the stapes, and it spreads the vibration of ear ossicles to the internal ear. Next one is a round window. It helps in the movement of fluid which is present inside the cochlea. The cochlea is a coiled tube-like snail shell. In this diagram, you can see upper chamber, lower chamber and middle chamber. A specialized sensory hair cells which are present in the basilar membrane that separates the middle and lower chamber, where there contains auditory receptor. In the structure of the eye, we learned that there is a receptor called photoreceptor. Here in the ear, we can see auditory receptor between the middle chamber and lower chamber. This basilar membrane and sensory hair cells constitute the organ of Corti. Very important. So write one question. What do you mean by organ of Corti? Once again, let's have a look how hearing is possible. The sound waves through the pinna, it reaches the auditory canal, where in the auditory canal we can see small hairs and wax which prevents the entry of pathogen. From there, these sound waves reaches the tympanum. When the sound waves touches the tympanum, there undergoes a vibration. This vibration of the tympanum is transmitted to the ear ossicles such as malleus, incus and stapes, which causes the vibration of the membrane in the oval window. This vibration further causes the movement of fluid inside the cochlea. As a result, sensory hair cells of the organ of Corti of the cochlea are stimulated and impulses are formed. These impulses reaches the cerebrum through the auditory nerve, and as a result, hearing is affected. Now let's learn how the balancing of the body take place. The balancing of the body is controlled by semicircular canal and vestibule, and it is maintained in accordance with the movement of the head. The movement of the head brings about the movement of the endolymph present inside the vestibule and semicircular canal. There it generates impulses, and these impulses are transmitted by vestibular nerve. Through the vestibular nerves, the balancing of the body reaches the cerebellum, and as a result, equilibrium of the body is maintained.